it's your boy, the Memphis XL, right back at you with another episode of Check This Out. The show we just check out whatever deck we want to be taking a look at and how's those good old times. Today we're taking a look at a sweet blast from the past. We're taking a look at some Madolche action today. We're just trying to do some classic Madolche things. We're going second, trying to OTK our opponent, that sort of thing. We got ourselves some combos and wombos. The works. We're going to be trying to do that sweet OTK, like I say. And we're trying out one new tech today. We're trying out this new, used to be called Vernalizers. Now they're called the Venuslifts. I probably mispronounced that. But we've got a Platypus on our team. And he makes our deck just a little bit more consistent. And that's what we're really aiming for today. Just a very consistent sort of Madolche deck. And so we're going to go into some duels on yugioh Pro. Show this deck off and show you how it works. Real quick, however, of the deck list, and then we get right into the duels. So for our main deck today, we got ourselves a copy of a Madolche Pudding-Cess, 2 copies of Missing Gelato, 3 copies of Pitin-Sessure, 3 copies of Madolche Mageline, 3 copies of Madolche Angeli, 3 copies of Madolche Hoot Cake, 3 copies of the new Venusylph of Seedlings and the Haze, 1 copy of Ash Blossom because we're using a cross-out designator today, triple pot of the extravagant, 3 Hey Trunade, 1 copy of Called by the Grave, triple cross-out designator. We have 1 Madolche ticket, 2 copies of Madolche Salon, 3 copies of Madolche Chateau, 1 Impermanence, 2 copies of Madolche Promenade, 1 Madolche Tea Break, and Madolche Knights, just for a little bit of flavor. So that's the deck we'll be going into today. Oh wait, almost forgot. We have an extra deck too. Because of the extravagance we're doing, we're mostly just doing 3 ups. We got 3 AA Zeus, which can be whatever you want, really. We have 3 copies of Madolche Pudding-Cess Chocolate a la Mode, triple Tiramisu, triple Glace-Fou, and triple Madolche Sistart. Just to make sure that we can draw into things and still keep our combo pieces most of the time. As for the side deck, a nice little hand trap that you can, possibly use here is Dimension Shifter. He does allow you to screw with your opponent by just making so anything they send to the grave gets banished instead. But it lasts for a whole turn. And so it's really good if you go first with this card. We're more of a going second thing, but if you want to go more of a going first Madolche deck, I would recommend this thing because we shuffle our cards back into the deck a lot of times with Chateau. And so it's, not too hard to have no graveyard, and so you can really mess up your opponent there. Anything you are afraid of your opponent using that you can banish with cross-out designator, go right ahead. Things like Ghost Bell, Nibiru, the works. If your opponent's not playing things like the, what's he called? The Lord of the Heavenly Prison, that guy, go for Lightning Storm over Trunade. I'm playing this just to, get around those back row heavy boards that use the Lord of the Heavenly Prison to protect their back row. Same deal with Harpy's Feather Dust. That's just in case of like back row heavy stuff. Now this is for back Cobra heavy decks. This is for combo heavy decks. That sort of thing. And another Salon if you feel the need. If you want to tag out 1 Chateau for another Salon, that's a possibility. So that's the deck we'll be using today. Let's go ahead now to yugioh Pro. Show off this deck in all of its glory and have ourselves a good time. Alright, here on the first opponent, another day, another card game. We want to go second with this deck. This is very much a going second sort of deck. Our opening hand is a very interesting one, but we are not going to sit through our opponent. We are going second deck, and we'll find out what our opponent's playing in a moment. We'll see what he's playing, some sort of Dogmatica nonsense, as one would expect from Dogmatica nonsense. But we're going to skip ahead, and we'll see what we can do about it. Alrighty. So, I don't actually know what this card is. What does this do? Can we attack all monsters once returned to the end phase in the grave? Okay, so that doesn't really do much of anything. My opponent summoned a bunch, but that's about it. So, as for our turn, I really wish I had that dang platypus, but this ought to work just okay. So we got our Madolche Angeli. It's one of our starters. I can just tribute that. Summon myself out a Hoot Cake. You want Hoot Cake on the board without your normal summon if you can help it. And we're going to summon him here. You do want to mind those zones for Sistart. You always want to make sure like the big monsters are Gonna point to Sistart. We're gonna banish our Angeli here. Be like, hey, summon another Madolche. And this is where we're gonna get our searcher. Messengelato. Pretty cool, dude. Lets you search out any of your spell traps, but only if you have a beast. It's a weird effect. I don't know why it requires a beast. I presume it's because, I don't know, Madolches use Pony Express or something. I don't know the real reason, but that's the case. So we've got all that a start in. Let's go ahead and use Petin Seshur, one of the strongest Madolche cards. Locks us to Madolche, but if I have no monsters in the grave, I can summon her from my hand along with another Madolche monster. It's pretty nice. And my opponent, he's got something. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, this doesn't do anything, right? I don't think it does. He has something. One would presume that it is Ass Blossom. I could be mistaken, though. We will find out. But yeah, we got these two. I can make my Tiramisu. I think we should be okay. We should be pretty okay. I mean, I got Cross-Out Designator. Well, it's pretty much the A-OK sort of card. We're going to go for an OG sort of setup here. Go for our Madolche ticket. Almost said it wrong. Madolche ticket. You know, Madolche return from my field or grave to the deck. I can add a monster, but if I have a fairy, I can special summon it instead. And sadly, I don't have Salon, but that's okay. So we're going to summon Sistart using our 2 level 3s here. Hello. And we're going to activate Chateau. When Chateau is played, all our monsters go back into the deck. It's very nice. This will trigger our ticket. And we do have a fairy. We actually have 2 fairies on the board. So I get many fairies. So let's go ahead and summon. Who do we want to summon? Where is Puddin'Cess? We'll get Puddin'Cess on the board. Because she actually gets a 100-point boost once there's no monsters in the grave. It's pretty nice. And so we are going to make our boss monster the Queen Tiramisu. I would normally make a really dumb joke about the Queen right now, but I ain't into that. So instead, let's make another Sistart. Why are we doing this, you ask? Because we need to use Tiramisu's ability. We're going to detach material, take 2 of our dudes, put it back into the deck, and spin 2 of our opponent's cards back into his deck. No. We actually need to put those back. We're going to put those back into his deck. I just realized I mixed the wrong dude. But that's my mistake. I clicked the wrong card. But it's okay. So what does this even do? If I kill it? I don't think it does anything, right? I don't think it does. Maybe I'm wrong. No. This one doesn't do anything. So that might actually be better for us. So we're just going to not OTK quite. He had a bit too much on the board to OTK. We're more about OTKing trolls, to be honest, because we got, like, the Hey Trunade card. Nice little thing. You know, most people like Lightning Storm. I like this dude. So there's not really point in setting Designator, is there? Not really. Let's just end our turn for now. We will be fine, because we got all set up. Sistart, she points to a Madolche. He can't blow up my back row. He can fuse with me, which is a little annoying, but I still have a hoot cake, so I'm still safe in that regard. I mean, what's he going to make? This thing? That thing? You're going to make one of them things, and that is large, and it is in charge. And he's just going to banish me right away. Can't you, like, not attack? Oh, we can still attack. Cannot use this effect next turn. So we can't do it on my turn. That's good. That's good. I can live with this. Pretty sure I can live with it. Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be A-okay. Because I can get another Potenza Sure. I can get another Chateau. I don't even know what he added, so we're good. Yeah, because you can't use this effect. The Fool. Alright. That'll work. So let's go for a hoot cake number 2. Just another flapjack. You guys like flapjacks? I don't really call them flapjacks. I call them pancakes, honestly, but, you know, they're delicious. Let's banish Tiramisu. I'm sorry, my queen. You must go. I don't need you. I have many more of you. And we will special summon all the Messengelato. That will go ahead and activate his effect. We're going to get ourselves our Chateau. Now I can shuffle everything back, add a Potence Assure, do the works. Yep, so activate our Chateau, shuffle back all the Mons, and get ourselves our Potence Assure. And if he had Ash Blossom, which he does not, I would be well, I'd be fine. Even if he had in Perm. That's why we have this. Consistency. So, Potence Assure does her shtick. We'll summon her over here. Doesn't really matter where we summon her. And the part where I wish one of the Madolches did something when you special summoned it other than Message Gelato. Should I just summon another Message Gelato? I could have another Sistart and get other things. So, yeah, let's do that. I get my Salon, actually. That's even better. Yes, I can get my Salon. Because Salon is nice. If a card goes back into mine graveyard, I can set another Madolche spell trap. This is very useful. Alright, and I get another normal summon. That's also pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. I do have more Sistarts because I reshuffled them back. So, I just need to... Yeah. Use these two. Be like, hello. Here I am. I am back, and I can summon Hootcake and do Hootcake things. But first, we will make Tiramisu once again. Because I can do it as often as I damn well please. So, we'll detach our Messenger Gelato, get those back so I can use them again. And we shall... Nope. And shuffle that back. And then I get my Spell Trap. What Spell Trap, you ask? We're going to get Promenade. If I still had Puddin-Cess, I would go for the Puddin-Cess. Because actually, there's a cool little thing you can do in Madolche. It's like a going first thing. Would be... I've already used Hootcake, but I just want more damage. He does get 500 extra, so... it's not quite an OTK, but it's close. Let's just go for it, damage. Yeah, like, if you want to go first with Madolches, the way to go is Puddin-Cess control. Because a lot of the, not all of them, but some of the Madolche spell traps actually specifically say if you have Puddin-Cess, they do extra things. Like, Knights will negate a monster effect, but if you have Puddin-Cess, it'll kill a random card in your opponent's hand. It's pretty nice. And then there's also, not Promenade, the other trap, the spell trap negator, like, lets you pop a card if you also have Puddin-Cess. It's pretty cool stuff. And I got Chocolate a la mode. Don't really need to do that right now. We're pretty set, I'd say. I mean, I've got Promenade. That's an Omni negate. All I have to do is bounce a Madolche, and hey, I've got a perfect target for that. So pretty much whatever he do, I can negate it. Because he has this thing. He can just, like, do that, but I can be like, hey, I negate you. You know, I ain't too much into the negations, but, you know, I'll do it. And hey, I can bounce this thing in my graveyard, too. Forgot about that part. But there you go. And now I'm just going to get to set another thing. Let's set T-Break. Yeah, T-Break's a spell stopper. And where is Puddin-Cess? Hey, you know what? Let's put Puddin-Cess on the board. She's kind of the OG, well, Tiramisu was always, she was always the boss of this deck. One of the most busted bosses, if you think about it. What does this do again? Banish this card, turn Madolche exceeds, attach Madolche from wherever as material. Why not? Let's just put materials on him, Tiramisu. You know? I'm gonna use those materials, but, you know, Hootcake? You never have enough Hootcakes? Let's have more Hootcakes. I kind of wish Madolche's at a rank 3. They used to. But sadly, X-Saber Evoker, or whatever his name was, yeah, he's banned. But there you go. That's Madolche's for you. Simple, concise, does damage. And under the right circumstances, you can OTK. It really depends on your opponent, but hey, we were able to get through Branded. That's like a really popular deck nowadays, and we kind of kicked their butts real hard. So you get an idea of this deck. It's simple, easy to remember. All you need is a starter. Angeli, Mageline, Potence Assure. Well, yeah, Mageline to get Potence Assure. And Angeli will get into Hootcake and do everything else. You get the idea. It's pretty simple sort of deck. let's go for another duel number 2. And just show off more what this deck, you know, we've shown off, like, the main thing. But let's see how we interact with other decks. That's what we really want to see. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go do it again. You know, it's not like that. I'm really glad I didn't make, like a tasteless Queen Elizabeth joke on this. I was thinking about it. I thought about making that edit, but then I was like, we're better than that. We don't need to do that stuff. So what do we have for an opening hand? Well, we have Potenza Sure. We have stuff. It's not great stuff, but it's stuff. But yeah, if you didn't know, I'm recording this just a few days after Queen Elizabeth passed away. Very sad. Very sad. She was a nice little lady. She was a little lady, and she was a nice one, let me tell you. But, you know, people get old. They pass. Things happen. But yeah, let's go ahead and get Anne Jelly here. They'll let us get, like, a bunch of things. I should be able to end on quite a couple of things. Let's go ahead for our boy, the Hoot Cake. Yeah. Because then I can just, like, Hoot Cake, banish Anne Jelly. It's a self-contained thing, you know? If I wasn't limited to Madolches by Potenza Sure, probably could do bigger things, but not today. So, Messengelato, anybody? And then Messengelato is just like Search of a Field spell. Although, yeah. Let's see. If I leave those 2 on the board. Thinking here. Yeah. Get the field spell. I wish I had another monster in the hand, but I sadly... I don't. I sadly don't have another monster. But it's okay. It's okay. I can activate Salon. I got my Chickich. I've got my Promenade. Let's go ahead and summon out... I'm thinking, did we just go for Princess Control here? I think we do. I mean, there's many things I can do and things I could not do. Like, if I leave Hoot Cake on the board, and then get Messengelato, that'll let me sub a card. Yeah, I could do that. I'm just gonna go for this one. You know, I was thinking, you know, keep Hoot Cake, summon another Messengelato, get another spell trap. Then I'm like, this works too. This works just fine. So Salon will go off, Ticket will go off, we have Promenade. So let's add to hand, as in special summon, on a Princess. And we'll get Madolche Knights. Hey, ho, ho. Very nice. And all of our spell traps will be protected, thanks to our Sistart. She's not protected right now because I don't have a monster in the graveyard, but what have you. But there you go. This is what we're trying to do if you're going first with this deck. First time this card was destroyed by battle to control monsters, all monsters of water spirits of the card. Okay, that's fine, I think. I mean, I've got a bounce, or I got an Omni negate and another monster effect negate, so I think I'm okay. So we're against some sort of Shark deck. It's a deck with sharks in it. Alright, so Buzzsaw Shark, targeting water monster, summon a monster from the deck, same level. Let's say Madolche Knights. So that gets negated. He loses random card back to the deck with Yi. And so we're pretty set from there. I mean, we have an Omni negate of whatever we wish. And yeah, he can make a rank 5, which is a little annoying, but we can play through it. We can play through it. That's fine. Yeah, because Buzzsaw Shark, he can count as a rank or level 5 when doing Exceed plays. So we can make Nirsch, or Nash, whatever your name is, this dude. But I can be like, hey, go away. And bounce back Messengelato, because I can summon him the normal way. And of course, both of these go off, because why not? Don't matter how I bounce them, they just keep coming back. So let's set another Promenade, because it's such a good card. And we shall summon forth. I would summon Magdalene, but she's only by normal summon. Sadly. Oh wait. I've had Hidden Secure. because she's special summoned. And then I can summon somebody else. Hey, that'll work. And I don't have that stuff. Let's summon Jelly. Because it's like, why not? I mean, she becomes level 3, but that doesn't really matter that much. We're still good. Puddin' Sass, you know, she's level 5. I can't exceed with her, but that's whatever. What is that? That I don't know. What is this do? Attach material, summon a number exceed. Okay, so make that dude. He can attach one of my dudes. But if you don't hit, well, if he doesn't get rid of Patinsa, sure, he's in trouble. Summon using Nash. What does that mean? Destroy it during your opponent's next end phase. Okay. Good to know. And he will get the shark back. But its effects don't work, so that's good. He does get Buzzsaw Shark. That's cool. But like I said, the only thing I need to live, really, is Patinsa Shooter. I mean, my guys will get bounced back into my deck and all that, but I can... should be okay. I might be slightly less okay. I mean, he's gonna get the Frog. Alright, so he's gonna nuke my board. I don't take damage, which is good. I really wish Crossout worked on extra deck stuff too, but it does not. That would make it kind of busted. But the good thing is, even if he kills my monsters, they just go back into my deck. He could negate this, but I don't think he's going to. So return to hand. Yes, I can do this because I have Ticket, and I have Salon, and I've got Chateau. Go ahead, wipe out my board. I dare you. I dare you, sucker. But freaking do it. Do it. Do it, coward. So Puddin' Sass being battled. Target card my opponent controls and blow it up would be nice, but you know, is negated, sadly. But maybe he won't know. Okay, he does know. I figured he would, but I thought I'd give it a shot anyway. So yeah, we'll recover Puddin' Sass just because I don't want to draw into her right now. Ah, you left the Jelly Girl, you fool. You foolish fool. Alright, let's activate Angeli's effect. No. Summon forth the Hoots of Cakes. Alright, we'll activate Hoot Cake's effect. He has one Omni, but I can play through one Omni negate. You know, I mean, he has this thing too, but I don't think this does anything. Nope. Sad, but no. And he could steal my Hoot Cake, but he's not going to do that. Sadly, that means that Hoot Cake will... Well, Hoot Cake goes back into the deck. That's fine. So we'll let him go back into the deck. Let's activate our cards. Let's see. Let's set T-Break just to set T-Break. But this is fine. You know, this actually works just fine. So let's get Madolche now. Get the waifu of the deck. Gotta get them waifus. And yeah, I don't get my summon because of things, but I can work around that because I got 2 level 4s. So, let us normal summon Madolche. This will allow me to search out a Madolche monster. We already have Puddin' Sass, so let's get another one, even though I don't think I'll need it. Just in case. Just in case. So we'll get our additional normie, thanks to our Salon. Very cool. And we shall make the queen. Bow down to your queen, fool. Alright, and what do we have here? Oh, yeah. Promenade. So remind me the restriction. Detach material, target up to 2 Madolche cards in the graveyard. Which I have. Okay, so let's do that. Let's detach Messenger Lotto. Get back Messenger Lotto. And spin... no. Put everything back. Put those back into the extra deck so he can't use them no more. Alright. Oh, and Sistart is now in the grave, though. Um, let's see. Madolche monster from hand deck or graveyard. Oh, yeah, that'll work. So we'll banish Promenade, put Sistart onto our Tianamisu. That way I can use Pitin Seshur. All's good in the hood. This guy thinks he can stop me with his little frog combo. A proper shark needs no frog. Says a guy who has put frog into shark. Look, it was mostly sharks. Okay, sharks should be far enough along they don't need that nonsense no more. Okay, so I think we just go for battle and we pretty much win here. I mean, I've got a spell trap negate and an omni negate. He has one card in the hand. I don't know about you. I don't think he can get around that. Even if he had Dark Ruler no more, I don't see it happening. But we got plenty of the damage. And I could make Chocolate a la mode a nice card because, you know, if I return a card to the deck, I can just detach material, summon a Madolche from my deck, summon more Titans to Shores. But it works best when you, I think it actually requires, yeah, you have to have Madolche put in sets as material on it, so that doesn't work. But we're pretty set. I'm confident we will not be losing against the Shockman. He put up a good fight. He didn't do any damage, but that was entirely his own fault. You know, he decided to go Dark Ruler no mo. I ain't the Dark Ruler. I am the Candy Ruler. That's my shtick. What does this do? So what does this do? The targeting water monster field. Okay. Oh, my opponent surrenders because I was reading. I apologize for reading, sir. I know you were hoping I would not read. I was actually planning to let that go. But my opponent surrenders. Unfortunate indeed. But I had him. I had Promenade. I had T-Break. He wasn't getting around that. Plus, I have, like, everything on the board. I was set for days. So there's another win. Very nice. We got the show going first and second here. So let's go ahead for duel number 3. See if we can get that OTK we're hoping for. We'll see how it goes. We just want to see somebody set, like, a bunch of back row and go, hey, Trune. That's what I want to see. So let's go for another duel. All right, yeah, third opponent of the day. We're just going to go right into going second. I almost went first. I thought about going first. Then I was like, nah, that's not our thing. So what does our opening hand look like? Actually, wouldn't have been terrible going first with this opening hand. I mean, I've got Mageline, I've got Hoot Cake, I've got Pot of the Extravagant, I've got Madolche Tea-Break. He's setting cards to start. Cock Wyvern. Is she gonna show off your cockpit? Oh, wait, no. Clock Wyvern. I'm sorry, I mistook your name. Okay, so we're up against Clock Wyvern into Masquerena. Masquerena, nothing. Interesting. And a hard draw into Ass Blossom. Interesting. Like I said, this is mostly just here in case of, you know, him ashing me and having, you know, cross out. But that works. Ooh, it's the new dude. Oh. Well, that sucks a minor bit. That stops me from using the new dude. I was about to show off the new dude. I was about to show off, like, doing anything, because I don't think I can do anything here. Shoot, that sucks. How many? You're at 800 attack points. Feel my hoot cake. These hands of mine burn with the power of hotcakes. You whore. Okay, well. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that was what I had. What is this guy playing? I have no monsters in the grave, so I can negate you, you fool. Your own card comes back to stop you. Yeah, and he can only do that once per turn. So, yeah, that'll stop him a little bit. I still don't know what this guy's trying to do. Other than just, like, bare bones basic thing. I presume this is some sort of troll deck of some variety. It's very hard to tell, though, considering he hasn't really done anything other than make Nightmare Unicorn. I mean, I could do that with, like, most any deck, to be honest, but, you don't know. He made Nightmare Unicorn. He made Succession. I guess I negated it, so he can do that again. Okay. What do you bring it back? Clock Wyvern again. Bring back a token. Make what exactly? What is the end game to this? I would presume it is... Oh. Okay, I can get around that. I can get around that easy. That's nothing. Okay, well, I drew into the guy I was going to search out, but... let me think about this. I have to have no monsters, so... Sadly, this guy's not going to... I put this guy in here. Basically, what he lets me do, discard him and another one of my monsters. I can add any Earth Fairy, like Potentiature, and then bring back a monster. Really works well if you discard Hoot Cake. I was considering holding on to Hoot Cake, but that did not happen. So, let us normal summon Madolche. We shall summon forth Madolche to start. And then we shall get the Hoot Cake. This is part of my evil plan. So we're going to use the new dude. We're going to discard Hoot Cake. We're going to add a fairy. Let's just add Angeli just to get her out of the deck. And then I can revive the Hoot Cake. Because fun fact about Hoot Cake, he doesn't actually need you to ban, or, yeah, you can just banish whoever. It doesn't have to be Madolche. It can be whoever you want, baby. Like, I could just summon Messenger Lotto. Be like, hey, get me a spell trap, please. Thank you. So, what do we add here? Get Salon? I really wish this wasn't in my hand. That's the one thing. Oh, well, I can still summon him, so that works. So, yeah, let's get Salon. Why not? I'll get Salon. Let's activate the Salon. Get another summon. We'll use our Potentiature. Be like, hello. And then activate her effect. Be like, summon the dude from my hand. Just so I get more things. And this might... Is this going to be an OTK? I need to bounce these. That's the thing. And I need to have... Well, I have a Madolche. Let's see. Shuffle cards of the number of Madolche cards returned to the hand or the deck. In the graveyard. And I only have the one Madolche in the grave. Which kind of sucks. So I won't be able to OTK. Or maybe I could OTK from here. I might just do the math be wrong. But I'm going to just do this anyway. So let's go ahead. Make Tiramisu. Then activate Tiramisu's effect. Attach material. Get a couple dudes back. Shuffle those back into the deck so he has nothing. And then Salon will go off and I can get Promenade. So I can just negate whatever he draws. Hey, that'll work. And I still have my normal summon. So, is that going to be an OTK? I don't think it's an OTK. I could be mistaken, but we're going to find out in a minute. So let's just go ahead and attack with everything. 2, 4, 6. I think I'm just shy of an OTK. Unless my math is just as bad as I think it is. 20... No, that's an OTK! OTK, baby! That's exactly what I want to end on. Beautiful. See, this deck in OTK, it's, again, against trolls. We OTK'd a troll player, because what was he playing? I have no idea. It was evenly matched, and Nightmares, and Clock Wyvern, and a 60-card something deck. It was some kind of troll deck or something. Anyway, there you go. We got to show off everything. Going second, going first, and we OTK'd. So I think mission accomplished, and I got to show off the new dude. I did everything. We did everything this deck can do. Let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So Madolches continue to prove that even in 2022, they can do their combos. It's very nice. We got to do like 95% of everything this deck can do. I mean, we didn't get to show off Hey Trunade. But that, you know, that's fine. You know, it's actually kind of better that we didn't have to use Hey Trunade. Because that would have implied, oh, it's up against, like, Paleo Frog or I don't know, gravity bind or something nonsensical like that. You know, this is a card meant to be stopping my opponent who just likes to set a bunch of spell traps and just set on a bunch of negates, just baits out negates, things like that. Stuff of that nature. But we got to show off everything else. You know, we got to show off, well, we didn't show off chocolate. So like I said, 95%. 95%. We got to go for tiramisu. Glass of food. I didn't even use you. Goodness gracious. How little did I care about the extra deck today? Glass of food does so many things, but I never needed her. It's crazy. I guess it's just old school Madolche, so I didn't even need Glass of Food. All I needed was good old tiramisu and all of her subjects, and this duck thing, who is now an honorary Madolche monster. Thank you, Mr. Duckman. So, I hope everybody at home enjoyed seeing some Madolches. If you did, consider hitting the like button to let me know that you enjoyed it. Consider subbing if you'd appreciate, you know, I'd appreciate it. You know, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I would appreciate it. Help the channel stay relevant in the eyes of our evil overlord of YouTube. And tomorrow, I'll be doing some Gishkis. I'm going to be doing the new Gishki stuff. I'm going to be doing it the way I like to do it. I could do loop spam with the water dude and the coelacanth. That'll be another build later. I got something better that I want to do. So, thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Till next time, y'all take care.